If you want a six-pack, make sure you watch this video. For years I went around in circles, not being able to get the body shape I wanted, and it was largely down to not losing the body fat, which made me look tubby and feel unconfident overall. But in this video I'm going to go over the thing that I learned years ago that turned me from overweight and unconfident to slim, with a six-pack, feeling more confident than ever, and overall becoming my best self. I'm going to go through a 4-step plan of action so you too can go about fat loss by yourself, lose the weight you want, and feel confident on the beach with your top off. Why should you listen to me? So my name's Tom. I've been an in-person and online coach for over 6 years now. I've helped over 250 people go from unconfident in themselves and overweight to losing between 1 to 3 stone of body fat, building the shape on their body that they want, feeling confident with their clothes off as well as on, and overall becoming their best self. Right away, if you need more help on your fat loss phase, join my free 4-week fat loss kickstart. The link is in the description of this video. Go over how you can lose 2 kg of body fat in my free program. All the details are below. So step 1 to any fat loss phase, if you have a good coach or you're going about it by yourself, is finding your maintenance calories. How you find your maintenance calories, and basically what your maintenance calories are, I'll explain now. Maintenance calories are the calories you need to eat to maintain your body weight. These calories also include the activity you're doing day to day. So for instance, if you go for a walk 2 times a day, you train 2 times per week, and you also play a sport on the weekend, something like that. That's all factored into your maintenance calories. Your maintenance calories can be worked out by finding your body weight in pounds and multiplying that weight either by 14 or by 15. If you're a super active person, I would be multiplying your body weight by 15, just like I did. If you're not so active of a person, I would be multiplying your body weight times 14. So once you find out your maintenance calories, so for instance, a 200-pound person, super active, say like myself, would multiply their body weight by 15, that would give them 2,500 calories. 2,500 calories are the calories you need to eat to maintain your body weight. When it comes to fat loss, all you have to do is eat below that, which I'll explain next. Maintenance calories are just a starting point. It's not super accurate, and you need to spend 2 to 3 weeks at those maintenance calories to see what your body does, whether you gain weight or you lose weight. If you maintain weight for a 2 to 3 week period, on those calories, that means you found your maintenance calories. If you lose weight, it means your calories are too low. If you gain weight, that means your calories are too high, etc, etc. You need to adjust the calories in relation to how your body reacts to it, and that's how you can find your baseline. It's like my client Ellie, who at the start of the program, we didn't know where her maintenance calories are, so we had to spend time finding where her maintenance calories were in order to help dictate how much body fat she was going to lose. Because when you factor in water weight and all these other things that hold on to water day to day, it's tricky at times to know what sort of deficit you're in and what your maintenance calories actually are. You spend that period of time in order to know you're on the right path and you're going to lose weight on that calorie target. You need to spend time at the start finding your maintenance calories so you know for a fact that you're going to lose weight if you eat below that amount. Again, if you need help with finding out your maintenance calories, that's all done in the free fat loss kickstart, which is in the description of this video to apply for, where you can lose 2 kg of body fat completely for free. Step 2, the one that most people know, work out your calorie deficit. When it comes to a calorie deficit, you want to be minimum in about a 500 calorie deficit per day. That's going to allow you to lose around a pound of body fat per week, which is just over a stone of body fat instead of a 12-week period. Now that's an okay starting point, but for most of my clients, we actually want to go more aggressive than that. The idea is to get out of fat loss as fast as possible, and if you've only got 1 to 3 stone of body fat to lose, which is pretty typical for clients I coach, the more aggressive you go, the faster. It's going to speed up the amount of weight you can lose in a certain period of time, and it makes it a hell of a lot easier, so you don't have to stick to this arduous fat loss thing for a long period of time. Most people that join my program want to lose body fat, but they also want to build shape, and the building of shape usually happens after the fat loss phase is over. So if you can speed up the fat loss phase and do a bit more aggressive, so into a 700-800 calorie deficit, you're going to find you lose weight a lot quicker. Here's the way I would think about it, to give you an example. If you have 20 kg to lose, would you rather it takes you 6 months, or would you rather it takes you 12 months? That's what I'm going to say. The step target and how many steps you're going to get per day. A good rule of thumb would be around that kind of 8 to 10k step target. But if you're doing a very physically demanding job, you might be able to get 12 to 15k in if you add a walk after work, something like that. And obviously the more steps you do, the faster you're going to lose body fat. 10k steps will on average burn you an extra few hundred calories, so it's going to be beneficial when it comes to fat loss as well. Step 3, and the most important step of all of them, because, well, technically the calorie deficit is the most important part, but this is the point that most people will skip over. When it comes to the meals you're going to eat, here's how I'd think about it. how many meals are you going to have per day? Say you have a 2,000 calorie target to stick to after you worked out your deficit. How many meals are you going to stick to per day? How many meals are you going to have? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Or are you just going to have lunch and dinner? You're going to have lunch, dinner, and a snack? Work that out first of all. Allot calories for every single meal, exactly what you're going to have. And work out 2 to 3 options for every single meal you're going to eat as well, so you have different variety. And also make sure that every single meal has around 20 to 30 grams of protein minimum, so you end up with over 100 grams of protein at the end of the day. You can knock off all of these things in the list. It's going to make it a hell of a lot easier to stick to, and you're going to enjoy yourself. Make sure the meals you're eating are high nutrition, high volume, so they fill you up for longer, and also plenty of protein in them. That's all you have to worry about. Oh, and I would make sure these meals are easy to make every single week. I would 100% do meal prep, okay? So if it's a Monday, I would meal prep all of my meals for the week, as I do, and that makes it a hell of a lot easier. Don't be making some, delicious food that takes two and a half hours to make, and you can only make it every other week because it takes so much time. Keep it simple, and buy even microwave versions of some carb sources like rice or potatoes if need be. And the fourth but not the least important thing is make sure you have an end in sight and you set an actual timeline to when you're going to achieve the goal. If you know exactly when you're going to achieve the goal, so let's say I'm going to start the diet today and I'm going to end the diet November 1st, you at least have something to work towards. It's going to keep you motivated. What a lot of people do when they enter a fat loss phase is they tend to lack direction of where it's going and therefore fall off. Or they give in to more urges. They don't make as many sacrifices. When someone offers them food, they're more likely to eat it. If someone offers them to go on a night out, they're more likely to go out and have as many drinks as they want. Because it doesn't really matter that much. Whereas if you have an actual timeline, then you can have something in your mind where you go, okay, after that timeline, I can enjoy myself. I don't have to make sacrifices as much. Whereas right now, I have to make sacrifices for this, that, the other thing if I want to achieve the goal by then. So make sure you have an actual concrete goal in place. Just like me, I started at 86.9 kg about 11 weeks ago. I know in another 10 weeks, I'm going to be at my goal body weight, which is 72 kg. I'm currently 77.1 kg. Because I know exactly when this photo shoot prep's going to end, exactly when it started, it makes it a lot easier for me to cut out all the bad things in my life and be able to make all these sacrifices that, yes, suck at times because I'm going into an extreme extent in order to achieve my goals, but I know I'm doing it for a reason, and in 9 weeks time or 10 weeks time, I can enjoy the things that I've been pushing off, like the extra food for dinner and all that sort of stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gives you a kind of framework to work off of to chase your own fat loss goals. If you need more help like this, then obviously the free fat loss Kickstarter is in the description of this video, where you can lose 2 kg completely for free. If you want more fat loss tips like this, you can obviously browse my YouTube videos, or you can follow me on Instagram at TomWilsonPT. The link is also in the description of this video.